What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey everybody, I'm Amy Chang, a nurse, a mom, and a health coach, and this is Healthy AF, where honesty and humor and heart meet real talk about feeling good again, inside and out. We're cutting through the noise, dropping the guilt, and reminding you getting healthy isn't about perfection. It's about choosing yourself, one loving decision at a time. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. My name's Amy Chang, and I am a health coach with Healthy Life, Health, and Wellness Coaching. This is still holiday prep. We've got another couple episodes here in December before Christmas, and by the time we're done, y'all are going to be so ready for that Christmas holiday. You're going to have it like a champ. Today, I wanted to talk about some gifts that you might be given at the holiday season that actually don't have your name on them and you do not want. I'm talking about some menu items that really can bring out the worst of us in the holidays, and checking to make sure that you do not pick those up. When I think about preparing for the holidays, I think about where drama might be that actually does not have my name on it and that I do not want. And those come in different forms of communication. So we're going to be talking about some common communication patterns that happen when people get together, maybe people that haven't seen each other in a long time, people who love each other but maybe don't communicate as well, and they happen. And when that communication comes through, think of it as like a little present for you. You want to assess very quickly whether or not that present has your name on it. It might have somebody else's name on it. It might have your name on it, but you know it's not the right size for you and you are not taking it. Let's get started. I also like to think about these as food items. You know, you don't have to eat or drink everything that's on your kitchen, served at the Christmas party. The first one is passive-aggressive punch. Now, these are those things that people seem to slide in conversation. I had a person the other day who didn't even use any words. He just shook his empty cup at me and let the ice rattle around, asking me to fill it up. And I was like, yep, nope, that clearly does not have my name on it. Very passive-aggressive. The thing about passive-aggressive comments is that they may feel mild at first, but they've got just such a spice going down, right? And so you might have a delayed reaction. Your gut and your brain might say like, I'm not happy with this, but you might not know why you're not happy with it until a little bit later. That space where you're not quite sure you're dealing with a passive-aggressive punch is the space where if you aren't careful, you might open your mouth and accept that conversation in. You do not have to do that. You can easily turn away from that little present and not accept it. And passive aggressiveness sounds a little bit like, well, now where are you going to graduate school? When they know you're not going to graduate school. Or, well, those jeans seem to fit you well. I know that they're a little bit bigger size than usual, when they actually are really concerned about your weight, right? Those little digs that slide in. So common in our Southern culture. It's saying something we want to say without saying it or wrapping it up. You don't have to pick those up. Because usually there's something that someone is afraid to say and they know it's a trigger for you. Don't pick it up. Next, we've got just straight up aggressive advice. You know what you should do? You should do this. Well, I had that one time, and you know what I did? I did this. People love to tell you what to do. Now, I'm very defiant. I've said that 11 times. I don't deal with it well. And if I'm not mindful of the present that is being gifted to me and that I have a choice on whether or not I'm going to receive it, I'll step right into that. Well, you should go ahead and put your house on the market. Well, I was going to put my house on the market, but now I'm not going to, no, you don't even have to respond. You can go like, oh, and then just turn and walk away. Or you can say like, oh, you think I need to put my house on the market? I'm not going to do that. And just let them have what they're having. You do not have to pick that up. The next one is a sugary, sweet pity pot sticker. If you've got a sugary, sweet pity pot sticker on your menu, it's going to sound something like this. Oh, you poor thing. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like empathy. It doesn't feel like you're all in it together. It feels like something's wrong with you and it doesn't happen to anybody else. It's not a good feeling. Don't pick it up. It's just someone else's way of expressing emotion that they're having. It has nothing to do with you. And it also gets done about that other person. That cousin that's not there, that neighbor that used to live in the neighborhood. Oh, have you heard about? Yeah. Again, that's just a pity party waiting to happen. And it's not something you have to step into or engage with. It's not an empowering conversation. The last one I wanted to bring out is those old, reheated, leftover, rewarmed mentions. This happens to be a real pet peeve of mine. These are those old stories that get told over and over again, but they're not the fun ones. They're the old stories that get told about that time you really screwed up or that time you really embarrassed yourself. And they're hurtful. And you don't know why you can't get away from that. This is a situation that I would encourage you to take some time to really think about. If there's a story that you keep hearing over and over again, and you've done your amends, and you've made your apologies, and you've even shifted your behavior, and that same story comes up again, maybe even by the same person, it is okay to take that person aside and not only not pick up the drama of that gift, but lay some truth out for yourself. I know I had this situation with a person in my life that I love very, very dearly. And I did something years ago that really made her upset. And I apologized at the time, but for about the next 5 years, that person brought that up. And finally, after I had apologized and I had worked really hard on correcting the behavior that was so hurtful to her, finally, the last time she brought it up, and it was at a holiday, I said, look, I'm so sorry that happened. And I've said I'm sorry. And if there's anything you want me to do to help clean it up, I will be happy to consider that. Also, I've changed my ways. I've worked really hard. And I don't want to live in the past. And I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm just not going to have that conversation. And it stopped. Now, I don't know that it will always stop. But I know I was true to me. And I know that I stopped taking the blame and the shame and the drama that person kept trying to gift me. This holiday season, recognize those patterns for what they are. Recognize the passive-aggressive digs. Recognize the rampant advice giving, the pot stirring, the pity, the reheated, resent stories from long ago. You do not have to pick that up, and you can hold your own boundary there. You know, it's so hard changing these patterns with people when we're in a dance with them. You know, they say this, I say this. They say this, I say this. But it is doable. And the person it starts with is you, which is good because you're in charge of you. If you think this would be helpful for you and you have no idea how to put this in practice, go ahead and go to my website and click into a consultation. I'll be happy to talk to you about how these things, saying no to the drama, keeping your energy for yourself, will lead you into a life you love, a healthy life you've created. Because that's my job. Happy holiday prep, and I'll see you next time on Healthy AF. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Healthy AF. I hope something you heard helps you take one small, kind step toward your healthiest self. If you love this episode, hit subscribe so you never miss a conversation. And if you want more support, head over to myhealthylife.coach to connect with me. Remember, you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start choosing you. See you next time.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.